Lankz coming on there regular now. Still.
And yeah, no, we have to actually say he's tall as fuck, bro.
Yeah, no,
He's tall, bro. Last time I was like, yeah, he's gonna get me.
Do you know what annoys me, though?
6'4", 6. That's a 6'7". I was like, what?
I came like a drill group.
Yeah.
Moving nuts with it.
It annoys me the fact that there's other people called Lankz in it.
Yeah.
They're all short.
But they ain't like.
Shots fired, shots fired.
They're like 6'5" and all
What's
that.
them man are short boys. Them man are 6'5". Them man light change.
Wait, let me
change.
Let me ask you a question, yeah. You know what? Alright, cool. Do you get tired of people saying, "Right, you're tall, fam"? Does it get annoying? Like, bruv, my nose, fam. Like, would you want me to what?
Yeah.
You want to crouch down.
It's
you get me? Like,
it's
what?
annoying when it's people that
know.
seen you before
Okay.
and they're bringing it back up.
Yeah.
When it's new people, it's like, alright, cool.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
seen me before. But when it's someone you know, it's like, no, allow it now.
Yeah. Cause that gym thing is getting to me, fam. I have a life, fam.
What do you mean?
Bro, you're wham. I'm like, like, fam, and you're just mad, like, cool. Like, in terms of my dress sense, yeah, sometimes I'm forced to wear like loose fit stuff because I don't want no attention. Do you get me? Sometimes I want to wear a little fitted something,
Yeah,
something, just to
let
get
them
me.
know.
Hug the biceps a little
Yeah,
bit.
man's working.
But like sometimes, yeah, let me just get that XL loose.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I don't want to hear it today, bruv. It's long. So I was wondering, fam. Every day you just go, oh, you're tall, fam. Yeah. Like, brother, you saw me yesterday.
You know what
fam.
annoys
Like,
me? It's the kids at school still. Because I work in a school, innit?
yeah. You must be like flipping Andre the Giant to them, bruv.
They're like this.
Bro.
But they must be at like your knees and that.
Like the year
Yeah,
ones.
it's shin, bruv. You get me?
That man's shit.
Do they still try with you though? Like when they're misbehaving? Like, no.
So we got Lankz on here, and there's a few things that we have to discuss here. Still, there's a few things because you're doing a lot right now. Like a lot has changed since the last time you've been on the pod. Like, what's the update with Lankz? What's been going on? What's changed? What's some new shit compared to, let's say, the last 12 months?
Changing job. I think last time I come on, I was at Fulham. So obviously I've upgraded. At Chelsea now.
Yeah, man, upgraded.
You don't go back in life.
Something like you go forward in life. No, for sure.
Yeah, so I'm at Chelsea now and I'm doing the under 8s at the moment. The elite group, because you have development, you have elite group. So yeah, working with them, it's good, man. It's like gaining experience, but more opportunities are coming within the club. So again, it's just about trying to level up, keep going, bro.
So apart from the cool, so for like the people who are like looking to be coaches and like upcoming coaches and stuff, yeah, what are like the type of details, yeah, that you see in terms of changes? Like, cool, you've moved to this club. What's different or what gets better?
So from Fulham to Chelsea, for me personally, I would say definitely communication amongst staff members. Like at Fulham, it was more just direction off of my manager, but I'd be around the training ground and not know 90% of the staff members. Like, you just don't chat. Where Chelsea are quite open with getting to know everyone. Like there's a lot of social events that will happen and stuff like that get you together, and you need that, because if I'm like, for example, on a Thursday night,
Bring them back closer a little bit.
on a Thursday night, you might have to cover a session with the under 12s, let's say, and you're working with the manager because the assistant's not there today. If you don't know him, you ain't got that rapport, it's not going to work, innit?
It's going to be a bit still.
It's just good to just get to know everyone within the club. That's one thing that I've found different. The standard, obviously, of everything at Chelsea is just mad, innit, compared to, like, even though Fulham's a Cat 1, meaning like they're a top academy within England themselves, but Chelsea's just a different level, boy. Like, it's mad. Stuff like the kids, every kid goes home with a packed lunch, like, after every session. Doesn't matter, because we know the drive home is at least an hour. It's in Cobham, do you know what I mean? So just little things like that, where when I was at Fulham, Motspur Park's only 20 minutes away from Cobham. So the drives are similar, but you're not getting food every session. So that alone, if I'm a parent, I can say, do you know what? They go that extra mile for my kid, where some clubs, and you know what it's like, people got brothers, sisters, children, and they're like, oh, these clubs don't really do this, don't do that. But I can honestly say Chelsea do. Like, they try and go that extra mile for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Similar to Johnny's question, in terms of like how you get these kind of jobs at these clubs, because for yourself to have two of them, like you've been and had two of them now
at a certain age as well.
Yeah, at a certain age, a lot of young aspiring coaches may be like, bro, like, how do I get to Fulham, man? Man's at Chelsea now, like, nah, like, how do I do that? So what's the process of landing jobs like that?
For me personally, your network system is important. Like everyone says it, but football's a small world, and if you know, like the way I got the Chelsea job was through a connection to someone that, like, personally, I shouldn't have this job.
Okay.
Because of my qualification within coaching isn't the rank they were looking for. But because of the connection, and they know what I'm doing for Lewisham and trying to do for Lewisham and South London's where.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that still, because homeboy putting on for the blue. You get me?
So for the fact of them knowing what I can bring to Chelsea and then what Chelsea can also do for me was a good way of me saying, all right, cool, or them saying, all right, cool, let's get him in through the door and then get him qualified and skilled the way we want him to be. So again, that connection helped me. But then again, it's the hard work, bro. Like I can honestly say, hands down, I don't think there's a coach out there my age that works as hard as me.
Yeah, that's even one of my questions, because we see that if anyone follows you on social media, whatever, like what you're seeing on social media is what's going on. Do you get me? Like, it's not one of them.
Like, obviously, social media's there, and like you see the good stuff in it. Like you don't see the hard graft behind it.
Yeah,
but you can see the activity. Like I will post 4 times a week, and that's what my week always looks like. It's not like, oh, this is once a month. I could post right now probably solid for the next 2 months without even doing anything else, because there's so much stuff that I've done that I'm just like finding the right timing to post it and stuff like that. But I feel like, coaches nowadays, everyone wants to go and get the badge, get the certificate, and then they expect. In coaching, you can't expect. Like me personally, I think I said it before in the last time, like I did so much free coaching before anything even came about. But that's the reason I think I got to where I got to, because I was willing to do the sacrifice and do the free stuff and the volunteering and the £10 for a session for 2 years, because I knew long term that where I wanted to get to wasn't the level I'm currently at, but it's part of the journey. You have to go through it.
For sure. For sure.
And I think even what you just said, doing those things that say like below a set price or below a certain value, that's how you really sort of craft like your love for what you're doing.
Exactly.
Because now it's like no matter how much you get paid or how much you get offered, your quality of work is still gonna be at this standard, because he's been doing that even when he hasn't been getting paid.
A lot of people say to me that the sessions that I put on, like if for example, if I did a session with you and I said, pay what you think the session is worth. Yeah. A lot of people would give me more than I would ask for.
Okay.
Because they are appreciating the quality of the session. Whereas I don't do stuff right now for money, because money comes, it goes, in it.
Yeah.
Like the long-term goal, like I said to you earlier, is deeper, and where I see myself in 5 years, 10 years will earn me money. So what I do now doesn't need to be for money. It needs to be quality. It has to make sense, because if it doesn't, there's no point in doing it, bro.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
For sure. So, okay, so for some of the people that may not know, what would a day at Cobham look like for you? Briefly.
So, obviously, the underrates, they're only in for about 2 hours a session, so it's not as mad as it. You start to work your way up the academy.
Yeah, for sure.
I usually try and get there all the time, try and get there at least an hour, 45 minutes before. Like I say, I like to be not just on time, I want to be early. Okay. So that planning, preparation.
Shout out Slider Cats for that, bruv. Early is on time.
Early is on time. So.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like, so yeah, I try and get there nice and early, plan my sessions, not plan my sessions, set up my sessions and sort of visualize it in my head. Like, I'm one of those guys, if I visualize it and I see it, it will come off. So do all of that. Kids start to arrive. Have an arrival activity sort of set up for them, something that as soon as they walk through the door, they're going and getting on with, whether that's keepy uppies or a challenge or setting a skill combination for them to practice, to demonstrate in 5 minutes, but just something for them to get straight. Because you know what kids are like, they'll get a ball, they'll start banging it at the goal. Yeah. Someone's going to get injured quickly, all of that. So it's long. So something, a rival, get them going. In terms of Cobham, how we do it with the little ones, usually we go straight into games. Like it's a weird scenario, like to put people straight into games, but we feel like sometimes we'll always finish with games. We'll always start with games, like 3v3s, 2v2s.
Okay.
Because it gets them straight into what they want to be doing. And they engage straight away. So we get the 2v2s, 3v3s out the way. And then usually could be like 1v1s, 2v1s. At those ages, you want to work on them being good with the football at their feet. So everything we try and base it around is beating players, and not just beating one. Can you beat 5? Like 6? If you can beat the whole team and score, do it. We're that sort of club that we don't tell. Obviously, when you get to like 12, 13, 14, now you got to appreciate the football a bit more. Play it, move it, get it back.
Pause, like be patient, stuff like that, yeah.
100%, but from 10 down, it's just solely dribbling, ball mastery.
I got a nephew, yeah, you get me, and you get me doing a bit right now, you know.
I see.
Hey, listen, he's on stuff, you know.
I can tell.
What is he, lefty or righty?
He's a righty right now. He's a righty, so he's a bagsman. But he just
How old is he?
8.
Okay.
He's a bagsman, but he needs to understand the game a bit more. Like in terms of, he knows where the goal is. Like when he gets the ball,
so he knows what the goal.
You know what I'm saying. He knows the goal. He's got that part pattern down there. But like, you see the rest. You get me. You see the rest. Man needs to put a little work in with him. You get me. So.
Nah, bro, shout me.
No, I'm like, no. I'm watching my nephew little Sunday League and he's doing this thing. I'm like, no, shut Lankz. You get me? But
I got boys that
I need to pattern him first. You get me? Let me pattern him.
Bro, everyone starts somewhere. That's
for sure.
I got kids that now he's currently at Chelsea with me in the under 8s. Obviously he does other stuff as well, but I've been training him since he was like 5, and I had him training with like size 5 footballs from 5.
Okay.
And his dad used to be like, bro, can he use the size 3s? I said, no. And I did it because long term, I said to his dad, I said, you see when he can kick this ball, that size 3 is going to fly in.
Yeah.
So now when he's playing matches and he's shooting,
with the size 3s,
keepers are like, no. Block it. No, don't let him shoot. Because they know, bro. He hits this ball now because he's hitting size 5s the way that he should be hitting size 3s.
Yeah.
So now the size 3 is like nothing.
Yeah.
You just go and play.
That's actually, I'm going to stop
saying?
doing that. Okay, little nephew, little size 6. Hey, yo, kick this brick, nigga. Kick this brick. Kick the brick. Just kick it. Just.
The thing with that
Again,
yeah. Keep going.
Like, I feel, for me, I always try and coach to what the 11s game's going to be, innit? So, like, even at Chelsea, we under 8s play offsides.
Okay, wow.
Like, and grassroots teams don't do
it. They don't. My nephew's all standing by the goal. I'm like, hey, get out, what are you doing? But he's like, no, there's no offsides in it. I'm like, what is it?
But why are we teaching them like that?
Exactly.
We're failing them.
You're failing them. Exactly that, bro.
That's not how you're going to be a professional. So, from when my under 14s for Moonshot or when they were that age, I used to tell them, get back, get forward, get back, get forward. Like, I don't play offsides with defending.
Okay.
I play offside because if a man's offside, he's going to score.
Yeah.
So, for me, if he's standing 2 yards the wrong side of you, that means work on your recovery defending.
Yeah.
Like, if he scores in it. But if I'm Lino and he's offside, I'm not putting my flag up if he scores. Defend your goal. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, but long term, that will teach them because now, if they can defend in that situation, they can defend when he's onside.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the easier side of it. And then similar to the other side of the game, don't be offside. Be onside from now. Even though you're 7, be onside. Make runs, show movement to get the ball. Because if you can do that, when you're 12 and offside starts to come into it, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Man are still struggling to do it, and it's just natural to you.
Yeah.
But you know what's mad, yeah? I don't know if Nick can relate to this, yeah. But back in the day, we used to kick ball, yeah. offside is one of the things I was like, I take care of, innit? Like I used to get so, especially if you're playing centre back here, and then you've got like your fullback behind you, and then the fullback next to that centre back's behind, and the centre back's not telling him. I used to get stressed out because, brother, I ain't got the recovery pace, so we need to keep this line high.
Keep it high, bro, because I ain't running back.
I ain't trying to chase my man. You get me? Because like, fam, so something like that. Yeah, obviously that's just a joke, but like something like that, I was mindful in it. But there's certain like. You see certain people, they just don't know how to defend offside or how to.
It was certain games for me. I remember one time, it was playing. It was at Sedge and was playing Dulwich, and obviously that game is like
the flipping derby.
Yeah, it's a derby, innit? Because we were at the same college. And one time I was playing against Sean, but these times Sean was touching the first team. So like I'm talking about Saturday, he was at the first team. Yeah. Wednesday, he's in our game. I'm thinking, oh shit. So he's playing, but they had another brother. He was fast. He was up top, and he was playing first team as well. Small, and he got injured. He broke his leg. Remember his name?
What did he? Was it light skin?
Nah, black brother, up front, demon though.
Who? Kamiko?
No, not Kamiko. Shout out Kamiko, but not Kamiko. Kamiko's a baller still, but not Kamiko.
I didn't think he was off.
Someone else. He was a young G, and he was off.
The Lang.
No, not the Lang. Shout out the Lang. The Lang doesn't do this. He's always been on it. Nah, someone else, but he was a young G anyway. Cool. He was a young G. Like I think he was a year below us.
It's not Ade. Ade?
No. I would have mentioned him. If it was that man, I would have mentioned him. But I didn't know this guy like that. Okay. He was just a young G, but he was he was on stuff. Anyway, so him and Sean was up front, and I think Kamiko was playing in the hole. He was playing 10, and then that day I was like, this lad needs to be.
It needs to be on point.
Because not only are these men fast, but if they're one-on-one, they're bagging. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, this line needs to be on point. So I understand what you're saying. Like in them situations, this offside thing is serious.
Yeah.
Because if it's not tight, you're conceded.
That's what I'm saying. It's good that obviously they're learning from that young. Because when you get to because if you deep it, certain things in football you only started learning it basic
later,
things.
It's like, but why though? Like, if football's play, like the main football is offside, it's all that. Why are we only teaching it when you're a certain age? Like for me personally, from 6 you should be playing 11 aside. Like realistically, I know why they do it because there's gonna be that one guy that's overgrown. He's not his age, and he's just gonna dominate. I get
a guy called Lankz.
Deal with it.
Like Lankz, isn't it? Looks like you was back in the day, bro.
Double up on him. Do what you have to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But if we're eliminating the problems and then we're expecting later on down the line
to have the solutions.
It's like that don't make sense.
That's an interesting point.
Someone like me, I picked up football late. Like I started playing football properly, like team football, and year 8.
Yeah, that's
you get me?
Mad late,
year 8. Like I was playing player about when growing up, but to play for with a team, it was just long from man weren't really ongoing training and stuff like that. Yeah, and then year 9, I think. Yeah, I was like one of them people. I was like, cool. I was picking things up quick, but you could tell that there was certain things because I ain't playing football from young. Yeah, man, they're like, do you get me? Yeah. So I have to start developing it. Do you get me? So as I said, teaching them from young, especially if that's something they want to do, I think it's vital, fam. Because when you get older, just certain things is harder to.
It's so new, and it's so true, bro. Because you'll be at a training session. Let's say you're like 14, and let's say you're walking back. Yeah. You get me? Sorry, bro. Let's say you're walking back, you're supposed to be onside. You're walking back, you're a striker. Yeah. You start getting tired because you start realizing how much effort it takes to get back onside and then make your run. Yeah. Like how tired you are when it's like you just finished the corner, you lot missed your opportunity, the goalkeeper's caught it, goalkeeper's throwing it down your other side now. Now you got to run.
That used to be long as well.
You know what I mean? Now you got
you're smart, especially when you're coming from centre back. And your corner taker's trying to take it quick. You're like, relax.
Or he does the short thing and it messes up.
And you come all the way up for
the man flop the taken hill, then his counter attack. Trekking, bro. And the mad thing is, you're the centre back, so you're meant to stop the.
You have to get
the strikers that can jog
they
back.
Score and you're not in your half at least.
No, half. You gotta be deep in your half. Deep. If you're not halfway,
you have to be blocking the shot, bro.
Yeah, you gotta be doing something. You gotta slide or something.
You have to be blocking the shot.
You have to be doing something. So sometimes football's just not in your hands. I think that's a lot of things that a lot of kids don't understand. Sometimes this ball thing ain't in your hands. Like you think it is. It's not. You play with 10 other men as a bare minimum on the pitch, bro. There's a lot of things that will go wrong. That's got nothing to do with you, but
but
you're gonna take the L. You get me,
bro? But that's why I think is it what you're doing from young. You get me? It's vital, fam. Another funny 100%. Story, bro. Man probably didn't use my left foot till like I was in like flipping year 9 or year 10, bro. One time I tried crossing my left foot, fam. I said, "What is that, bro?"
You see the way that these kids nowadays are growing up.
Yeah,
they should all come out like it's gonna be mad in 10 years because they should all dribble like Foden. They should all be able to go both ways like Greenwood, like because the way we train them now, like. Today I was doing ball striking with 5 and 6 or 6 and 7 year olds, and some of them are striking on their left. Like if you had to ask me what foot are they, like, I'd just say I don't know because they're doing natural strikes off of both feet, and it's the same. It doesn't look different, bro.
Yeah.
But imagine 10 years of that. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna be
and that's what I've been saying.
I got a kid in my district, Actually, funny enough, the kid that got man of the match in the national final game.
Oh yeah.
I've seen man go to a corner, left foot on that side, right foot on this side. In the same game, he's bagged the goal with his right foot and taken a free kick and bagged with his left foot. And like, just out of the audacity to do that. The only man I've ever seen do that is Santi.
Yeah,
does he think of that or he's just doing it?
No, he just does it. Like he just. Similar to like what Greenwood says, like it feels more natural to take a penalty with my right foot than my left, but I'm left-footed.
Yeah,
that's how he is. Like the corner's on that side, and he knows he wants to whip it in. He's just gonna go with his left.
Yeah. Do you know how mad that is, fam?
To me, bro.
Like when I first tried to kick a ball with my left foot, bro, you know when you spin around bare, you're dizzy.
Yeah,
I felt like the ground was moving, bro. I felt like the ground was moving, bro.
Slice it or you do something.
I saw my life one time I tried to cross it in a match. I don't even know why I attempted it, bro. I was like, you know what Saturday? It's just on your left side.
I saw that.
No. This was like Sunday League, fam. When I was like, it was like, nah. This was Sunday League, yeah, bro.
Because I've seen some mad stuff.
Man crossed it,
Niggas do some mad stuff.
Crossed it. I saw my life here. Didn't even get to the front post, fam.
Oh.
He didn't even get to the front post, fam. The same fullback cleared it, bruv.
Same fullback trying to block.
I said, nah, you know what? I just go train this left foot.
Yeah, sometimes it does pop in your mind like, nah, man needs to put in work. But then you get to the point, and like you said about when it's too late, you're not going to put the effort in.
Just long.
He's not going to go and sit there knowing you've got the smoke on your left foot. You've got the smoke on your left foot. You don't want to go there and spend time humbling yourself.
Look at Robin.
Doing this right foot. Exactly. You start thinking, nah, I could do this Robin.
Bro. I said, you know what? Let me just know how to at least pass it with my left foot. You get me? Then I'm good.
Simple with that.
Don't ask me to shoot and cross it.
It's not just for standing. I can do one or two.
You get me? Man's on the left side. Yeah, whip it in. It's like, what?
No, I got to that point at one point.
Cut in and then pass it back. You whip it in, bro.
You do that, bro. I can't use this. No, I got to a point.
Cruyff turn, I could do that, but whip it in. Yeah, you take that, bro.
I got to a point where I could move the right foot. Where sometimes, like, let's say a striker's in front of me, I could go both ways. Because I was centre back, so man's getting the ball, and the strikers look at me like, "Where's he gonna go?" You get me? I'm like, I can take it this way as well, you know.
Yeah.
Don't play. I got to that point like, with the passing, but when it came to like clips, like it could be dodgy. You get me? It was like, if I take it this way, I can maybe get the halfway.
You know what I noticed? You see, from young, more time you can whip it with your weaker foot.
Yeah, because
you can't. But you can't like
clip it
straight.
You can't do the straight or cut across thing where
Commander
you get it quickly.
Man's ankles.
That one's not.
Man's ankles stiff on that foot, you know. Stiff, bro.
That one never works.
No, you can't. You can't angle your foot in that way.
Yeah,
was the weak
stiff. I don't know if it's the flexibility of the ankle joint, Rev.
I think it has to be a mental thing because both your feet could do the same thing. It's just your mind don't believe this could do it.
No, you know what? I disagree with that.
All right, you know better. You know
why I'm saying it?
Go on.
If you've just done left foot up until 10, let's say.
Yeah.
The way you strike a ball, like point your toe down, all of that stuff, it's gonna eventually like your foot's gonna have more, little bit.
Oh
more.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
Because you've been doing it for so long. It knows that. Yeah.
Whereas now your left foot ain't ever done that for me anyway. And then it's like you're now trying to force it. It will go, but it's gonna snap back.
Okay, that makes sense.
It will take the same amount of time to get.
Bro, you try to do outside your foot with your right foot?
Impossible. I've never attempted that in my life.
Straight toe punts, bro. Straight that cut across.
That? No, that feels weird.
The balls get where my foot went, guys. Like, no, and they're coming back as well, yo. They coming back.
Just going over there.
I got for a friend, bro.
Yeah,
Man thing is
it's
long,
peak,
fam.
it's
Weak
peak.
foot thing is long,
It's peak.
fam. No, but dribbling with both feet, yeah, that's proper helpful as well. 'Cause I remember one time we had like a session in it. This was back in school days.
Yeah.
We had a session, yeah. I think, you know, I don't know about if your school done that, but for my school, yeah, every year we had like trials for the team to see who's gonna be in it. Like, it's not like if you're in it in year 9, you're automatically in it.
There were trials, but you didn't have to turn up if you was already part of it last year.
No, it's in my one, it's like everyone in it.
Okay.
Especially if like there's new people that's
Yeah.
coming.
You man are lucky.
You get me?
Mine
So we
was-
just took it like
We
training.
were scraping it, mate.
know,
We
your
was just
school
like,
was
listen,
bad.
who can come? You get me?
Your school was
We'll
bad.
take anyone. You get me? It was like,
So you what Joe had? Yeah, come.
what's your name?
I know you know Joe as well. It's like yeah.
When we played you,
But-
I think we played you, and it was just you, Anton, Cali, and then I remember Ashwin played.
Yeah.
We saw Ashwin kitting up, yeah, and we all looked and went,
Yeah.
"Oh, they're gonna hold
Yeah,
forward today."
No. Do you know what's mad? Let's talk about it because you went for a stall, yeah. You man had ballers in your team, like literally.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
in the
literally
starting
ball-
11
was
kick
just-
ball.
Yeah, from
And a
from
couple
year-
of them are all.
Do you get me?
from year 7,
Yeah.
the starting 11 plus 3 of the subs were academy players. Still,
Do you get me? So it was long for certain teams already, yeah.
Long.
Like, I don't know if you ever, I think we faced you like maybe once, Sergio.
Oh yeah, we smoked you one time.
I remember, I think that was that game, yeah.
smoked
I didn't play in it. I think I had detention, so I came late.
Yeah, I didn't play.
No, I saw my life, I
It
didn't
was
play.
in there. It was on the
I
bench.
saw
Or
my
something.
life,
He was
I didn't
there.
play.
Like,
Bro, fam, throughout most of secondary school, I was captain for the team anyways, yeah. So man came down from detention, innit? You know how you walk down from the school? I came down, yeah, I caught the second half. I was like, right, what's the score? I'm here like 4-0. I was like, 4-0. You know, he set up 4-0.
Who's he got
I said, because our team was like decent. You get me? Our team was
your
decent.
team weren't that.
Our team
Dead
was like
still, your
weren't
team was
dead.
alright.
You
Yeah.
get me? We ain't got like pros and that. We got man them that know how to play,
Know
man
how to play,
know how to keep a shape and that. You
Yeah.
get me?
Nah, but you
4-0,
see
what's
back
that?
then,
Unheard of. Somebody
you see what we were saying about the whole like the guy that's not meant to play at this level. That was Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joe
yeah.
was,
You man had him up
Joe
front
was a
on
centre
one of the games.
centre forward, yeah, just doing kick and run, and then slapping it in your net.
It was long,
kick
bro.
and run,
Or
slapping
he
in
would just
your
flick
net.
it on. I remember
And then,
Casey would
and then
go
you
get
have
or someone.
Casey, you have Joe doing the flick
Keep the
on.
names in. No, man. Fuck this.
It was
man.
long. It was
And it's
long.
not fair.
And then Regan's just orchestrating in the middle with Hobbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a mess.
Brendan, yeah.
Me and Mace at the back.
Oh, forget it, man.
It was long.
And Mace is a dog as well. Mace is a dog, bro.
You remember curly hair Travis?
Yeah, of course, bro. What?
Stupid player.
What?
Stupid player.
Man was at Heady Fields with him from young, bro.
Stupid player.
Yeah,
Baller.
I was
See, if
long
that
with
man
this
wanted
team
to be a
still.
pro.
Yeah. I know.
But I don't know why we didn't face you often though, because I couldn't remember facing you man once.
Yeah, I think
And then,
when
and
you-
then
Yeah,
the
it was very
tournament,
rare. It was very rare.
them man were like probably like.
Yeah, you
that-
probably in
that
some
league,
different
fam.
in some different league.
You get me?
Now, we
What was
played-
going on?
We used to play Blackheath Cup, London Cup, Inner London Cup, National Cup, and there was another one, but I don't even know.
I think we
I
would
can't even
have,
say.
but I think some of the cups, if we went further in them,
Yeah,
do you get me?
yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like we were probably in similar cups, but we just didn't get that far. And then them man was just
No,
smoking.
we was. I
you
think
get
we
me?
got to like
Yeah,
two,
we
two
always used to
finals.
Yeah, we got to like
But we was
couple
always
finals,
playing
yeah.
nights.
Yeah, we used to play
Deptford, we was
that.
playing
Yeah,
Deptford
we was
every
playing
Sunday
Deptford all the time.
every
But
Friday, bro.
that's mad.
Bruv, I
We
said,
all
what's
say
wrong
we
with
played Deptford
Yeah,
every
always
year.
played Deptford.
You're
still.
mad.
Always.
And you, I remember
Elton
what's his name?
Green.
Fecky's brother up front.
Yeah, oh.
Yeah,
I was
little
like,
Fecky's
so-
brother.
So that man was scared to tackle him. You know?
Yeah.
Man was scared.
Remember that? Hey, yo, that's what you
remember
know.
one time, we played against him. Tony said he looked. Sean weren't playing this game.
Yeah.
I was playing with some other centre back. He looked at him and said, "You see, if you touch me again, I'm going to bang you in your face." And my man went all wobbly. You know the SpongeBob meme, the Mr. Krabs one, where it's the room's all shaky, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
Oh,
he didn't touch
shit.
him for the rest of the game. I had to say, Peter, bro, don't violate.
Yeah.
No, but do you know it
You
is?
can't
yeah?
be bringing bullying tactics into game
Into
of football,
matches,
man.
yeah.
Like, that's nuts.
No, but I don't know. Like for him as well, he was decent. He was a decent
hard.
baller.
No,
Yeah,
he
he was
was.
But he's one of them guys that he likes the physical battles as well, innit?
Yeah.
So if he comes up against a centre back that's on it,
Yeah.
As
He'll
long as
like
you
it.
ain't like kicking him, stepping on his legs, yeah,
Disrespected him.
it's calm. Because that's how I was in it.
Yeah.
Like, every time after the match, I'll shake his hand, like chat to him and stuff. Yeah. But bruv, every flipping Friday, fam, we're facing this team, fam.
Always play depth
Thinking,
for Green.
why? And you know when you go to their home pitch, fam, in the park,
And it was dead.
It's got that dip in the middle of the pitch, fam.
Yeah.
I said, nah.
You just got to pray you're playing them at home.
I said, nah,
No, you have to. You have to.
It's long, getting changed on the side of the park.
After school as well. Oh, this is long, man.
Hey, where's my school? You must see my school tie.
My mom said if I lose that, I'll get a beat.
It's long, fam. It's long. Nah, school matches were too funny still.
Fam, shout out to the because I don't know whether you man probably had this issue as well, because obviously you had Casey, Joe, whatever. But you know, like when your baller couldn't play, and you're thinking, "Fuck."
No, but they had bare players.
Well,
though.
we had it, but we had it on the scale of
like them man had to go broader than that.
Them man got to go, but we got Shabazz.
Yeah. Oh, you had.
We got.
Do you know what them man had?
That's a mess.
We still
It's a mess, bro. That's a
Them man were like a
we
football
still got
academy.
players. Like it's like PSG right now.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Yeah.
That was
Like,
a mess.
Messi can't play. Alright, Icardi's
calm. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like that.
And we still got Neymar. You get me? Like it's a mess still.
Mad long, fam.
Alright, cool. Did you have something else to say?
No, I was gonna say from our team, yeah. No one wanted to play defense, fam.
Yeah.
No, if like you have
no one to play holding?
No one to play centre back.
Centre back.
I
Oh,
hardly
yeah.
even play centre back in secondary school.
Yeah.
I was playing midfield with like Endra or someone. Do you get me? Jamie would be like Cam or like left or right or whatever. Sean's up front. Do you get me? And we got
That's
like,
the thing, like,
we just
look,
put like anyone that wants to
you're
play
naming-
centre back.
you're
fam.
You're naming ballers, you get me? You're naming ballers still, yeah, for sure.
So it just shows our team was actually fake then.
Yeah, it was fake.
No, your team was
we
long,
had ballers and they had ballers, but you had the ballers.
Your team was long, bro. That man had the Champions League winner, fam. Playing up front, fam.
Man, like play for England and that, like.
It was long, fam. It was long,
Serious.
fam.
But alright, cool. So continue with football and that. The national, what was it? The National Cup.
Yeah, national.
Explain how big this achievement is, or that cup is,
Alright.
in the coaching world.
Cool. So as a 11-year-old, there's no bigger competition you're playing, because if you win that, you represent England in a World Cup, under 11s under 12s World Cup, because it'll be the next year. So for kids, it's the biggest thing you're gonna play.
You say if you win that, so the whole team.
Yeah,
if
so
you're
your
English.
team will then be England under 12s.
Yeah. What if you're English in your team?
No, you still,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're there in it, and then you'll play against like Lewisham in the last 7 years have gone like 3 times. You'll play against like Japan, Brazil, but you play where the next World Cup's going to be. So imagine, because of COVID, it's not happening this year, but we would have gone to Qatar.
Yeah.
Like right now, it would have been like October times. Like, so we've missed out on it, but we'll do it again. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so in terms of kids, that's them. But as a coach, again, if you're not even in academy football, unless you're under 18s up, winning the Premier League 2 and stuff like that, that you don't really get opportunities to win championships and go on and win cups. So for me personally, as a coach, it's one of the biggest achievements you can do. It's the best teams in England. So every borough, county, whatever you want to call them, in England. So from Newcastle down, enters it. Like there's not one team that doesn't. And obviously we played Wolverhampton in a final. To be fair, decent side. Like they had 2 players that are gone. Yeah, you'll be a player one day, because one of them was like Jack Grealish, that just can't get the ball off him, and we struggled with him. So if there was another one like him, it would have been long days.
What was the score?
We won 4-2 in the end, but within the first 10 minutes we were 2-0 up, and then we made it 3-0, and then just before half time they wrapped a free kick that I can't lie, it's probably the best free kick I've seen from a 10-year-old. Like, just execution, placement. You're not getting it so far into the top bins. The fact that he's hitting the stanchion, like crossbar, is rolled into the stanchion, and the goalkeeper's towel was like, you know how keepers put the towel in the net. Towel got dash away. Everything.
Oh, it came out.
Everything.
When the towel comes out of the goal, boy.
The goal was
top bins
mad.
proper.
So yeah, in terms of that, so we were 3-1 up at half time, sort of relaxed off of it, and then we scored, make it 4-1 with 5 minutes left. So I can't even lie. The second goal, we wouldn't. If it was a tighter game, we wouldn't have conceded. But the boys sort of knew that they were winning. So yeah, they sort of took their foot off of it. But yeah, man, it's a big achievement. Like,
no, congratulations for that.
I know. Obviously, my uncle's done it because he was the Lucian manager before, and the guy that I'm currently doing it with won it 4 times now because he's been there for like 20 years. But in terms of winning it, I'm the youngest coach to win it. So again, just setting those milestones again and setting targets for hopefully another young coach to look forward to and go, yeah, boom, I want to try and do that. It's important to have people breaking the rules every time.
Sick, very sick. I have another question, yeah. So with what you'll do, because, okay, cool. Was that with Moonshot, yeah?
No, that was in my Lewisham district.
So that was in Lewisham district. What are the things you're doing with Moonshot at the moment?
Alright, cool. So last year, for Moonshot, obviously end of last year, August, when we won the league. We won the league, the cup. So last year I entered 7 competitions with district and Moonshot.
Bro. What, and separately? So like 7 for them, 7 for them? Or?
No, 7 in total.
Collectively, okay, cool.
And I've won 6.
Rotted.
So 4 with district, 2 with Moonshot. And the 2 with Moonshot were the only 2 we could have entered. The other 5 were with district, and we got knocked out of 1. But we smacked that team in the final. They beat us on pens.
Okay.
And then we came to the final and we slapped them 5-0. And after the game, they were upset. I was upset, bro. I said to my boys, I wanted 10. I wanted like we had a longer team talk than them after the final. Just like the fact of standards, all of that. Like, we know what we wanted to do today, and we knew we had it in our ability to do it as well. We created the chance and we did all of that stuff. So for us, it was like...
Wait, what? You weren't happy with 5?
Nah, bro. I'm one of those coaches.
Yeah, no. Wait, I'll let you land.
Savage, you know.
No, let me... But put yourself... Wait, how old are these kids?
10, 11, bro.
Cool. You're 10, 11. You just bagged the Hattrick, you know.
But you know what Mills used to do to us?
Coach, bruv.
Remember what Mills used to do to us?
What?
We would win like 3-0 or something. And he would just be
but that's if we're like coasting through the game, like we're not applying yourself here.
This is what I'm saying.
But that's what man's saying.
100, but I'm
as a 10-year-old.
But we're like 16, 17, bro.
Niggas got side jobs.
Man's getting home, yeah. Man's probably not even like cleaning his own boots.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I respect all of that, but like I said,
man must scored 2 hat-tricks a game.
For me, and like I said, if we had 7 shots and scored 5, I'd be like, yeah. Bro, we had like 25 shots in that game. Yeah. So I'm saying to the boys, conversion rate, 20%, that's not good enough, bro.
Yeah.
50%, I'll take that because it's 12-13 then, and I'll go home happy. But you see what I'm saying? That's why it's a whole... Like, they played football, bro. They bopped them off the park. I had people telling me, like, I've never met this person before, and he come up to me and he said, I've never watched a better kids game in my life. And I was like, they didn't play that well. Like, but again, it's the high standards. It's just what
but I think that's mad important as well, though. Even just in life, like, you can't, for me, it's this thing where you can't coast through life. Especially when you know what you want. Do you get me? Those things ain't just gonna come to you, bruv. You get me?
Like, when we play, I tell the boys, like, your football has to be so good. Like, my 14s at Moonshot did it like 2 weeks ago. We played a team, and the other team came off the pitch angry, crying, not wanting to shake hands. Like, no one's fouled them, no one's done all the dirty stuff. They haven't touched the football all half. The first half, they didn't come out their half. They came out once because the keeper just said nah. Launched it. And then my centre-back just controlled it, brought it down, went back in their half. And they didn't, I swear on my life, bro, as I sit here, they didn't come out their half. Second half now, I said to the boys, keep the ball. Let them come to us. So play with it at the back, do all of that. And then hit them on the counter. And it was just go, boom, 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 go. And then all they were really doing was taking kickoffs for us. But this is a team that's in the A division that smokes certain other teams. Yeah. But again, because the standards we set we want them playing at the best and creating high standards for themselves. I'm just on them differently, bro.
That's important. And I feel like that's important within our community as well. just to make
100%.
sure that we keep those high standards. Because sometimes in those other like affluent communities, that's what's going on. They're keeping their level high. Because we're here, we don't see it. But when we go there, we've been there where we've gone out to play those teams.
Yeah.
And we're looking at their setup like, wow, they look hella organised. Like,
Yeah.
Because we're from the hood, yeah.
And they're all fit, bro. We got our best player, can't play a half, bro.
My thing is, yeah, we this is just me being honest. We go to like the Bromleys and everyone's like, oh my days, like, look at that. They're organised, they're this, they're that. But then they don't think that of us, but why? Because we give them that impression. But you see my team now, teams know they're going to be organised, they're going to be structured, but they're also going to play the best football. They're also going to be stronger, fitter, faster than us. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I want to come to a game and make man go, I don't want to play today.
Have you got the big cones? Do you bring the big cones up?
Nah, bro.
You know the big cones used to intimidate.
Yeah, the little.
Yeah, you get there. You got the big orange.
The Superdome.
Yeah, the Superdome things. You're looking at that
not
team
even the
like,
orange ones.
no, they got the next.
The yellow ones, the lime green ones.
Or the black ones. If you come up with the big black ones, it's like that.
The black one means running.
Like kinetic.
Black one means running. Fuck.
Bro, and then your coach comes out with the
multicolored. He's got 3 red, 2 green.
Yeah.
One white and it's dirty.
One white and it's dirty. It's got mud on it and that.
Looks like he's setting up figure eights, fam. Fuck. It's like, he brought the figure 8 cones. Fuck. Them cones, you have to run round them cones. You can't even go over it. You have to jump over it.
Bro. That's fucking.
Nah, but that's proper. That's proper.
It's true because you're setting the standard for where it's like in man's community with the young G's. They're experiencing how it should be.
Bro, like, so for example, yesterday we played Leighton Orient and we're little moonshot playing an academy, and their coach come up to me after 40 minutes and went, "Fucking hell, you look like the academy side."
Yeah. You couldn't
I'm saying
tell.
to the boys, we lost. Don't get twisted, we lost in the end. But I'm saying to the boys, you've come here, you've made a good account of yourselves as a grassroots side, coming into this environment. Bro, there was one point in the game that for 20 minutes, bro, they struggled to get out. We're not a team that gets to, like, if you're an academy, you will work on triggers, you'll work on patterns of play, you'll work on all of that stuff. But when you're a grassroots team, you don't physically have the time to always do that because training's like an hour and a half, once or twice a week, whatever it may be.
Wait, quickly. So what's the age of Moonshot? What's the age for them?
So I've got 3 teams right now, 12s, 14, 16s.
Okay.
But if you're under 11 and you're really good, you just play with the 12s, under 13, you see them ones.
You said try to get your cousin involved or something, try to get a little young G.
No. Listen, I haven't got any of your cousins right now.
But yeah, so...
Not yet. They're like under ones. You got under ones and that.
Bro,
try to get a little slot.
As soon as they walk, get them involved.
Bring him the size 5 ball, fam.
Yeah,
straight away, bro.
Shit, knock him down like a bowling pin, bro. Like, pass it to him, yeah, boo.
I ain't gonna lie, he's not even moving them.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so going into that environment and then them, like I say, setting the standards, and 5 of them obviously got the opportunity to, got asked to come back in, which is mad. Like, that's half the starting lineup.
Yeah, that's crazy. What I'm saying? Sure.
And then one of them actually is a year younger, so he's a 13 playing in the 14s, and he badded up the game. And they were like, oh, I was like, oh yeah, plus he's a year younger. They said, yeah, can he play against Tottenham tonight? He's playing he's probably just finished playing against Tottenham at their training ground. So again, but it only comes because the standards are high, bro. Like,
Cool. How does that work here with like grassroots football, Sunday leagues, whatever? Yeah, is the aim for you? That's the primary aim for you, the main objective, to get them into these academies, or
yeah, for me, well, it depends what the kid comes to the club for. Like some kids just come for social, and if that's what you're here for, then we just try. Like socially, I think we're a good club, but then if you're here for development, improvement, I also think we're good at that. So for us personally, all of the boys that are in and around us usually want to be footballers. So our job is to get you to the next level. So obviously with my experience now through working in the academies, I sort of know what they're looking for, what it takes.
You've seen what the standards is
I've seen it, and I see it. But I see it at the highest level. So for me, like a Leighton Orient, for example, compared to a Chelsea, the standard is a big jump.
Yeah.
So I know, like, I went in there yesterday with the mentality of, boys, if you can't get through this, then don't ask me about Fulham, Chelsea, Arsenal. There's no point. This is like, for you,
entry level.
the entry level.
Yeah, it's the lowest
that you're going to get in, like, in terms of London. Like, FC Wimbledon is probably similar. But other than that, everyone else is better. So if you can't do it here, then your realities hit you, innit? And they listened. Obviously, I spoke to them after for the ones that I thought could have done better. And we'll see if they turn it around. But again, it's just about, for me personally, giving them opportunities that we never had. Because I see it as, if I had a coach like me, with the ability I had and where I got to without a coach like me, I think I could have gone all the way. Do you see what I'm saying? So I say to these kids, if you give me 100, I'll give you 100. If you give me 90, I'm still going to give you 100. But now it's on you if you don't make it. Do you see what I'm saying? But I don't want any kid to go, oh, you see, if like when I was 12, if I went to that club instead of going to Moonshot, I want them to think, nah,
Moonshot was the best place.
At the right club.
I just didn't perform.
I didn't perform, or bro, sometimes it's just not meant to be, innit? Like,
or they made the wrong decision, or like whatever. And that goes to my next question now. What motivates you now in terms of, because you touched on it a little bit, in terms of you want to be the coach or the person that you didn't have when you was younger at your time, where you felt like if you had someone like yourself, you could have gone the extra mile. So what motivates you now? Like what makes you want to keep doing what you do?
The biggest motivation in the coach, especially at grassroots, like, because there's different motivations. The academy football, the aspiration is to obviously build your way up, work your way into, for example, the 18s, the 23s, be training with the first team or taking sessions with the first team and stuff like that. So that's the academy outlet. But the grassroots for me is the development. Like, I've got kids in my 14s now that when they were 7, 8, you would have looked at him and gone, he's nowhere near it. That at 11 broke into the district team and was crying at the fact that he made the team because he knew where he come from. He knew he couldn't kick ball.
That's so mad, you know, to like, for
because
that young.
A lot of people nowadays, and this is the thing about coaching, a lot of people want ready-made talent. So you're not coaching, bro. A lot of people do the whole take you from there, take you from there, take you from there, and make this super team. These academies that are coming around now, that ain't academies, but they're being called academies. But all you're doing is you're creating a good environment, but you're just taking other people's hard work and then putting it all together. Where, obviously, to a certain extent, everyone does that, because if a player leaves a club and he comes to Moonshot, for example, he's going to be built on from someone else. For sure. My thing is, we don't turn no one away. I got players that, like I said, couldn't kick the ball, still can't. But, boom. I know, give me a year with you, give me 18 months, give me 2 years, you're going to see some improvement. And that's the biggest factor of it.
Shit, I got a couple little homies that, let me call,
after you just said that, I got some little youngers that can't kick for shit. I was but let me bring them to you.
Call Keisha and Shaquan. Let me get them over.
There's hope for you, man. Still,
you get me? There's still hope. There's still hope.
Listen, like,